thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you being here. Well, today I'm going to be working in my weekly planner. This is, I'm using GoodNotes 6 along with my Apple iPad Pro and my Apple Pencil Pro. And so I wanted to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to be in my April planner. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go to the third week in April. And what I thought I would do is I would try using shapes in my planner today. And so I did these in Photoshop, and even though the words are a little bit hard to see, I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I have one for the weekend. These elements I did in Photoshop. These are stock images, not the butterflies, but the bees and the honeycombs. The font here is called Nugent Script, and that is an Adobe font. And then, of course, I have my April monthly calendar, and you can see that this I did this, I selected a white part of the planner, then I did a screenshot of it, and then I just enlarged it. So what is behind this is just my regular weekly plan that I normally use. But I wanted to try something a little bit different using the shapes in the planner. So I think it worked out pretty well. And so what I did was, it's behind, I used the three dots here, and then I clicked on the back button so that it is behind there, and it's hiding the weekly spread. And so I'm just going to add a few more elements in here, and that's pretty much going to be it. Also, the hearts are Adobe stock also as well. Now you can draw your own hearts if you want to, but I just found that that was a little bit easier. So as I've said before in my previous videos, that I do like to make my planners look pretty. So I have some elements in here that I'm going to bring in, and so I'm going to see if there's anything here that I want to use. And I'm going to use this one here. I'm going to put it in this. I might use it in more than one. So I'll put that there because it does have a transparent background. And let's see if we have something else that we can use to just kind of pretty it up. And I think that's probably going to be all that I'm going to use today. So make it a little bit smaller. And I think what I'll do is I will copy it and put it in each one of these. Make one more copy, and I'll put it here. And let's see what else we can grab from our elements. And I'll try to find one that I haven't used in a while. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to go over to my text and see if there's anything in here that I might want to use. And I could probably use this. Wake up, and I'll put that there. That looks pretty good right there. Just a little bit smaller. And the reason why I'm putting it there is because it doesn't have a transparent background. So I don't want to mess up the aesthetics of that. And let's see if we can find one or two more. Let's see. One more. Let's keep going here. See if we can find one more. I don't have a whole lot on my calendar this week, so it should be a pretty let's see. I'll go to recents and see if we can find something here. I do know I have. Let's put that there. And I click on that, but we'll have to use that even though it doesn't have a transparent background. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a text, and I'm going to just use the keyboard, and I'm going to type out stuff. And I'm going to change the font, and maybe I'll change the font. Let's see. We'll go here, maybe here, and I'll use Bradley. And then I'm going to change the size quite a bit. Doesn't want to change the size. Let's see if I can. Okay, that's 62. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it down here. And I think that looks pretty good. And you can see that if I don't turn off images, it's going to keep doing that. So I'm going to do one more. And I've got to do, see, where is my, and keyboard. No, I didn't want to hide the keyboard. I want the keyboard. Okay, show keyboard. And let's see, we're going to do EFAM. And I need to make it bigger. Well, let's see, we can bold it. If I don't highlight it, it won't increase in size. And then I'm going to bold it. Bold. Okay, that's it for that. And I can put that there. Okay, that looks pretty good there. Okay, and let's see, a couple more elements here. I'll put this one over here for church on Sunday. And I'm going to change it a little bit smaller and bring it down there. Okay, and that should be it there. And I need a couple more elements. So let's grab something in here. I think maybe this will do. Yep, put that there. And I think I'm going to duplicate it, put it over here. That looks good there. And then I just need one more. And those are kind of fall looking ones there. See if we got anything in here. This might work. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. But there, I can just make this a little bit smaller. Put that right about there. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to go back into Photoshop and get some different colors for my days of the week. I didn't put any numbers for the weekdays, but I can just go, I can actually make this page a template and save it to use later, which is what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to take my lasso and let's just go all the way around. Don't know if let's not do that, because if I do, I don't want, what I'll do right now is I'm going to, I can always bring that back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lasso all the way around because I can use this as a template. And I am going to add it as an element, create element, and where am I going to? I'll put it in my, so now I can use that. It's now in my elements, go into recents, and there it is. And I can put that in any month that I want to. Now I may have to change some things, delete some things, but there it is. Okay, so that is it for this week's planner. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell all your friends. And until next time, ciao for now. Bye-bye.